Uh, it's not turning on.
I'll try
Us.
again. I'll try again. Okay, now try.
Okay. There I am.
Yeah.
There you are.
Wow. Beautiful. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. Hollywood. I consider Hollywood from like Hollywood Boulevard down to Sunset, between La Brea and La Cienega.
Mhm.
And of course, the one landmark is the Hollywood sign.
Mhm.
That's what everybody wants to see when they visit here.
Mhm.
This hotel, very famous because of the celebrities who have died there and
Mhm.
partied there. Of course, the Capitol building, you can't go
Mhm.
without having it.
Capitol Record Building.
Mhm. That's right.
Yes. And I was walking around behind near Hollywood and I saw this time machine there. And I always wondered if that was from the movie.
Uh-huh. Don't you think? From but what is that movie called?
It was on the
Michael J.
porch of a house.
Called a Time Machine.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox? Is that Time Machine?
No. Time Machine was a lot before that.
Now, of course, you got the Chinese theater
Chinese.
and all the performers there trying to get visitors to help pay for their food.
Is that Tinkerbell?
What of his name? Fox was the Back to the
Michael
Future.
Fox.
Oh, Back to the, yeah, thanks. Back to the Future.
No, I'm talking about the Time Machine,
Yeah.
No,
the movie,
Right.
The Time Machine, an
Right.
old movie.
Yep. Got Chewbacca and
And all the princesses.
yeah. Wow.
And people being photographed with the stars. And this is on the theater where people could see the Hollywood sign.
Mm.
And of course, this is Hollywood Boulevard and La Brea or La Cienega.
I would say
And
Hollywood
there's
goes all the way
always
down to
things going
Western.
on.
Yeah,
Pardon?
Hollywood to me goes down to Western, not La Cienega.
No, that was Westerns the other way. This is,
I'm fascinated that Big Bird got a star on the Walk of Fame. I'm really happy by that.
and you always have strange people walking around hollering and, and they're there all the time. Now, when I took this photo of Musso and Frank's, where I love to have a martini, I didn't notice we had the Simpson mask. I didn't see him till after I downloaded the photo. And this is Hollywood and Vine. A long time ago. This is me getting off the train and going up the escalator, and there's the Pantages Theater.
Yeah, you just made my point, is Hollywood goes from Western all the way to La Cienega. It doesn't stop at La Brea.
Yeah. Anyways, this is the Pantages Theater. This is one of the stores on the Hollywood Boulevard. This is the Frolic Room, which is a special place for me. The lady there is Abby. We were friends for about 10 years, over 10 years. And this is her with her mother. Her mother, Greta, was the bartender at the Frolic Room during the daytime. And when she got ill, Abby took her place and was a bartender there during the daytime. One day this is Greta getting me a beer. One day I went up the escalator to go into the Frolic Room, and Abby wasn't there. And I asked, where is she? Because I would always see her when I came into Hollywood. And she had passed away with pneumonia.
Oh,
We were great friends for over 10 years, and such a young person to pass. So the Frolic Room is a special place in my heart. This is a sign at the old studio where Hanson took over, but before that, it was the Chaplin Studios where he made all his movies. And then Herb Albert had it, and then, of course, the Hensons took over.
From Sesame Street.
Uh,
Is that Jim? That was Kermit the Frog up there.
and this is another landmark, Cantor's Restaurant.
Wow.
Of course, Pink's. You can't have Hollywood without visiting Pink's. And Sunset Boulevard had a display of guitars all the way down the boulevard. Another famous place, the Troubadour, where I've seen many people, perform. The Gower Studios, where Lucille Ball had her show. This is on La Brea. This is an old junk store that I always photographed. Always had interesting things there. And you can't forget the Los Angeles Museum of Art. These are all gone now. It's been
You
taken
remember-
over by new construction.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember Wallach's Music City? On
Oh, yeah.
Sunset?
I had photos of all the construction going on, but I lost them. But they would have a lot of events there in the park. There's the museum back here. And like I said, I have photos of this being in construction that I lost when my hard drive died. The Peterson Museum too. But one thing I want to share is when they brought The Rock to the museum, And there it is.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
wow.
People would always photograph holding the rock up.
Yeah.
And of course, the light poles, you can't have it, the museum without it.
That's a great shot.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is the Craft Museum across the street from La Brea Tar Pits. And this is in the La Brea Tar Pits.
Wow.
And this is the old Peterson Museum. I'm sorry I don't have one with the ribbons going around it. And then my special place is the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Car shows all the time. Every year they would have a car show. Music during the weekends. People dancing, people playing. And you had people photographing all the time there. The Mardi Gras they would have every year. And it was fun taking photos of people there.
Could
And
you
of
go
course,
back?
it closes.
Could you go back one again to there's a painting on the wall. It's a mural, and then
Where?
Oh,
there's a guy
back.
standing up to the go forward. One more. Maybe we're going backwards. There was a guy standing, and there was a beautiful mural on the wall that mirrored him. It's okay.
But I love taking photos of people there.
Yeah,
That
that
one.
one.
That one.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That the mural.
He's actually scratching one of the lotto
Oh,
tickets.
but I just love his slacks and his shoes kind of mirror what's in the mural.
Mhm.
Yeah. One of my favorite photos. This has a 5-star.
Different shades, or different colors of pants.
Yeah.
And closing up the market. Then there's the Grove, of course. And they had events all the time. And when celebrities came in, the paparazzis were all over the place.
Mm.
And this is a Pacific Design Center. Green Whale.
Yeah, it used to be called the Blue Whale, but now it's green and red.
Well, that's another building.
Oh,
There's the blue building.
there we go.
Done a lot of work there.
Mhm.
But it was a fun place to photograph. And the Museum of Contemporary Art had a small satellite museum there. And this is inside it. Another one of my favorite photos.
Mhm.
And they would have events there all the time.
That's cool.
And of course, there's art surrounding the building. And of course, you have to have the House of Blues, which is gone now. And Sunset Boulevard always had people doing photo shoots there. This is one of the guitars. And of course, Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's gone.
Wow.
And the only homeless person I photographed, this is on Sunset. Or I'm showing. We have the Improv. You have the Laugh Factory. And that's back to the junk shop in La Brea. They closed the streets for an event, Wilshire Boulevard, and they brought the statues there. Now, Hollywood doorways. I love taking them. In fact, one day, that's all I did was take photos looking inside the stores.
Love these.
Wow.
Some people objected. The security guard was looking at me suspiciously.
Wow.
And some people like to take their photos in their shop. And that's, I still have more. It's amazing how many stores there are to attract the tourists. And that's it. That's my Hollywood.
Lawrence,
A
one of-
lot of
Nice
photos
story,
I
Lawrence.
wanted to show were gone when my hard drive crashed. You can stop sharing now.
You have to
no,
stop sharing.
Wait,
there's-
Lawrence,
Okay.
can you hear me, Lawrence?
Pardon?
Lawrence, the very first shot you did of the Hollywood sign, were you in a helicopter or something? You were you were very high up.
I was on top of a building, on the roof of a building when I took it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a nice.
I forget which one, but I like to climb stairs and high-rise buildings and take panoramas. I have panoramas all over the city from buildings I climbed.
Wow.
So how do I get out of here?
There's a stop share. Yeah, you're out.
Okay. So now people can share their photos.
Okay.
Right.
Can I add some things here? I live near Larchmont, which was the end of south part of Hollywood. I worked at a Hollywood Professional School, which was Western and Hollywood for 13 years, where we had a lot of actresses and actors and athletes that attended there during went from kindergarten through 12th grade. Valerie Bertinelli, Mackenzie Phillips, and in the old days, Don O'Connor, Natalie Wood, 2/3 of the Mouseketeers went there. And so it was a who's who of the Hollywood children attended there. Val Kilmer attended there. Brady Bunch.
And I did my visual effects in CIS Hollywood, which was just below Santa Monica Boulevard near Western.
Yeah. They had
And
a
I
hardware store
saw
there now.
every celebrity that came in working on their film and directors, and it was a fun place to work.
Yeah. The owner of the school, her house was below the H on the Hollywood sign. And remember, the original Hollywood sign said Hollywood Land.
Yes.
And they took off the word land, so all you see is the Hollywood now.
Yeah, I lived most of my life in the Hollywood area. Even when I was in Laurel Canyon, I was on the Hollywood side, the Los Angeles side, and everywhere we went was like Barney's Beanery and places like that.
Yeah. And Steve wants to say he was inspired by your photos.
Yeah, they were great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice tour, yeah.
Very nice, Lawrence. You picked some really outstanding colors in your photos.
I like to work on my photos in Lightroom, process them.
Yeah, that whole area. My grandmother lived near Wilshire and La Brea, just one street over South Detroit Street. And that's what I did when I used to visit her, take the bus up La Brea to Hollywood and walk down Hollywood Boulevard and then down Vine and then
Sure.
back.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Larchmont, so Larchmont and 3rd Street, where I grew up.
Mhm.
So know the area well. And La Brea tar pits are along the Miracle Mile on Wilshire.
Right. Right.
They're near Wilshire off of 3rd and Beverly.
I was art director of an underground newspaper, and our offices were on Melrose, right near Western. And I lived in a converted garage where I rented from the owner publisher of the paper. And that was on the Longprix and Western, near that area. So I spent all my time in the Hollywood area.
Yeah. My
Did
mother
a
lived.
lot of good
Yeah.
times there.
Yeah. My mom lived at Park La Brea for about
Hmm.
the last 13 years, 12, 11.
Yeah, my
Always fun
grandparents were
going
there too.
to Day of the Dead at the Hollywood Cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the pictures you took, you say they're no longer there. They tore.
Oh
them down.
yeah, no. Most of what I was, I don't have any of my. I lost all my most recent photos.
Yeah, the brown derby's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
that
Bob's
was a
Big Boy
famous-
there, I think it's gone. Yeah,
That was a
They did.
famous restaurant for the stars, I think.
right.
Round Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my brother worked at Wallach's Music City, where you go in and you could go in these little rooms and listen to records. Records.
Yeah.
There's
Everybody know
Crenshaw
records.
and Hollywood. No,
It was
Hollywood.
Sunset and Vine.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There was a bar right across the street from the Frolic. And this is a long time ago, but they used to show silent films there. So you would go in, you'd see Chaplin films, Buster Keaton,
Mm.
Lauren Hardy. It
That
was really a
wasn't
lot
on-
of fun.
Wasn't there one on Fairfax? A silent?
Well, that's a silent movie theater on Fairfax. Yes.
Yeah.
I used to go there all the time.
Oh,
I
And
got
that-
free
How old
tickets
you're on
for
now?
working at the newspaper.
yeah.
They're showing Lauren Hardy shows right now, currently.
Where?
Spectrum, it's on
at the
channel
theater.
6. Oh, it's on TV, Spectrum, channel
Oh.
6.
Oh,
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 So they have a cartoon session, which includes Laurel and Hardy and a few others. They're playing every night, 5 days a week now.
Oh,
well, they were gonna throw down the farmer's market. When the Grove came in. And there was a lot of people that were not happy with that.
And don't forget the Gilmore
they never-
Theater.
now it's
Joe?
a very expensive place to go. All my friends that I used to meet at the bars there have gone elsewhere.
You mean the farmer's market?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the
Well,
Gilmore Theater is gone. Now it's the Pan American Theater or Auditorium or something.
um,
Gilmore Theater used to be a drive-in. Used to go there.
there was even a racetrack there. Gilmore Racetrack.
okay, we've got a few minutes. Shall we look at the Facebook posting since we won't be doing that on Friday?
sure.
Roland asked for a preview. Amy doesn't have to, but I went through
What?
this with, I went through this with Amy. I was wondering if she could give a 2-minute overview of how I helped her organize.
Oh, you know what? I'm kind of having computer issues right now, Steve, and I think it might die here in just a second, even though I've got it plugged in. I don't know what's going on. So that's why I took off my video, but I can do it.
No.
I can just I just recently was telling Steve that I was on another Zoom with a beekeeping meeting, and somebody had a background picture instead of their video going. And I kept looking at this picture of 3 jars of honey going, God, that looks familiar. And I thought, hey, wait a minute, I think that's my image. I was able to get into my Lightroom and find it in less than a minute. And that was my image. And what I had done is print it up, and I used it as a, we have like an opportunity table or a drawing. You get a card and you go pick something off a table and everyone has to bring it. And I brought some of those cards. So they photographed my card and now they're using it as their background image. But I thought I called and thanked Steve because it was so easy for me to find that image. And I had it actually listed like 4 different ways. So if I remembered what date I shot it, I could have found it. But I remembered that I used it in my still life catalog and my keywords. So I found that image really fast. So is that the story you wanted me to tell, Steve?
It's a
Oh,
good story, even
He's
if it
still
wasn't.
gasping. Sorry.
Um,
But yes, organization, it really helps you find your images when you really want to find them. You never know from day to day which one you're going to be digging for. So I didn't have to dig far. Thanks,
Yeah,
Steve.
good.
Okay. We're gonna start with Barbara's photo here.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Good.
oh,
I
That
love
was
that
ac-
one, Barbara. You caught
Yeah,
it, Bill.
thank-
That's
Uh,
beautiful.
This morning, I opened my kitchen door and that is exactly what I saw. And I just looked at that cat and I said, just stay here 1 second. I had to get my camera, turn it on, and the cat never moved.
Yeah,
awesome.
awesome picture there. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
I don't know how, I thought for sure when I get back, he or she is gonna be gone, but no, stayed right there.
It did
This
exactly what.
photo would be shared so many times on Facebook by
Oh.
people.
So
Mhm.
cute. And I love how
Yeah.
you can see just the little black specks in his eyes.
Yeah.
Those are just
Right.
so
You,
cute.
Well,
you caught it
yeah,
perfectly.
I had to kind of stand up a little higher on my toes to get a little bit of his, well, I wanted to make sure I got the,
Yeah.
but that cat just stayed there. I mean, that was just pretty much a miracle.
But
You caught it.
you
Good
were
job.
ready for the miracle.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
wow.
That one was gonna be a hard one to top.
Yes.
Thank you. That was,
That's sweet, John.
yeah.
It's a street in Belmont Shore, just
Uh-huh.
off of Second Street. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Mm,
Nice.
I like
That was a,
beautiful.
going by a house in Belmont Shore, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
And
This Saturday.
it's an interesting event. I went there a few years ago. It's not really big. I'd say maybe 150 people came out, 200, something like that. And they do fire off a cannon and they wear the military costumes
Uh-huh.
yeah, apparently they had in the real battle they just had Mexicans had one cannon and they dragged it around with a horse and fired it from different locations. They were trying to trick the Americans into thinking they had a lot of artillery.
Oh.
The air
Hey,
show.
we're at the-
I was
the air
hoping
show.
you'd have photos
Wow.
of the air show.
Wow. Wow, Larry, that's
Yeah,
That's
I
really
think these are the Thunderbirds. And number 4 was going to go through afterwards, but I just caught the 3 of them together.
Oh, wow.
oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I liked it with the boats underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great.
And
Wow.
this one coming over the hotels, a
Wow.
Yeah.
stick strip. And then the 2 on the outside split off, the one on the left to the left, one on the right to the right.
Mm.
And
That could be the
did you
next
put a special order in for those clouds?
Oh,
No, they had a little rain on Sunday mornings. And this
Oh,
is, I think, this may be Sunday's picture. And I was there on Friday also, and it was a little overcast most of the time.
yeah, but look at those clouds. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Now,
wow.
That's amazing.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
there's 2 of them. One's from Friday and one's from Sunday. This may be the Sunday one. But that's all low pressure. And then they have a historical flight with a F-22, 51, P-51, and I forgot what the other one is.
Wow. Woo.
Okay. In case you didn't know it, the planes, when they're flying over enemy territory, if there's a missile launched at them, they launch off these flares. As the missiles are heat sinker to go up the exhaust of the airplane. So these flares detract the missile to the flare.
Wow.
And you can see that plane is actually just flipped over and sent more flares off going to the right.
Wow. How exciting,
Speed
boy.
force must be amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. It sure beats being shot down. T-37s,
Kidding.
T-33 rather, T-33. My first flight in a military plane was in, I think, 1966.
Wow.
In one of those, I had a ride in one. And what
Wow.
impressed me the most is watching the fuel gauge go down, click, click, click,
Oh,
click.
Oh,
oh,
Ever break the sound barrier?
Not with that one, no. I have in a T-38, one Mach
Okay.
1.2.
wow.
nice
I
picture.
just, yeah, and I think those are pelicans in the background.
Those are part of the air show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Flyby. Yeah, flyby. And it's
Yeah.
not a good picture, but more pelicans there. Just
Uh-huh.
stayed around. Now this chopper, he just picked up someone from the water. He's hanging down off that long cable. And of course, to the left, you see a plane off in the distance. And of course, the one with pulling the American flag is off to the right. So you just see the flag there.
Oh, God, that's great, Larry.
Yeah. But it's pretty
Perfect.
cloudy that day, too.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Mm,
So the
Clouds
guy's dancing on a string.
yeah. Huh.
And again, flares coming out, confuse the missiles coming at them.
Wow.
And for your information, Air Force One has these too.
Mm.
Oh,
I
I love.
read that it flew over.
It did. No. Trump's 757 flew over Friday.
What, so
Air
what's
Force One.
what's happening here?
When you have winds going up a mountain, as it gets higher up, it cools down, and also the lower pressure altitudes, and that's why you get clouds on top of mountains.
Uh-huh.
The wing of an airplane has low pressure on top of the wing, which means the air has to go faster on top than it does on the bottom. And that creates the low pressure, giving the plane its lift.
Hmm.
So you're going to see the clouds forming on top, and there's so much pressure from his speed all around him. He has low pressure all around and bringing the moisture out of the air, showing clouds around him, and he's just popping out of the clouds that he's created.
Wow. Wow. There's a trick. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
This is the Army team, the Black Knights coming down.
Hmm. Gosh.
That's Friday's picture.
What is the graininess? It's just,
Well, he's far enough away where I took this picture where I have the graininess. I need to go into
I love,
elements in
I
order to
like,
increase.
I
Yeah.
like the graininess.
Do you do?
I
Huh?
love it.
Okay.
I just love it. It's very dreamy and very surreal.
Yeah.
Very
It's
interesting.
pretty a lot of shadow, a lot of darkness on the Monday or on Friday from the clouds. It was
Mhm.
a lot darker and had a lot more problems focusing with
Oh.
the speed.
Whatever happened, it's all good. I just think this one and the other one that in the beginning of this, your group is really amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
That's a good one too.
got the
Yeah.
bird too.
Yeah. Boy,
He's got
Larry,
a-
you got lots of good stuff this
I
year.
know. He's got a wingman on it, but he wasn't close to him.
Oh man, that's very cool, especially that golden
Oh,
bottom.
I love this.
Woo.
Yeah.
This is the 130 tanker they use for firefighting. That's
Mm.
water coming out the back. You're dumping water.
Oh.
Oh,
Something like 3,000 or 30,000 gallons, 20,000 gallons of water being pumped out.
Wow.
And of course, they had these boats on Main Street. Two
Mm.
pictures of a boat. That's the Patriotic Duty boat. This thing's huge with twin huge engines on it.
Oh.
Oh.
Again, beautiful clouds.
Yeah, would you go back on that? I think we went back. I didn't think I had it in there twice.
Well, it's a good one.
Well, did we go back? Oh, we went
no,
back.
no.
No, I'm
Okay,
going
now you're
forward.
forward. And that's another one of the boats they had.
Wow.
I
And
think the next
somebody
one is-
hangs on skis and goes to Catalina in those.
Oh, what, in about 10 minutes?
Yeah, and someone pointed out something happened when this was processed and putting that wheel or something in the back bottom right.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to go back to the original and redo
Uh-huh.
that one.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened on that. But someone pointed it out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's Steve's black and white.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hudson Hornet chop.
Wow. Very cool.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, that's the color version.
Right. I like the color version myself, but that's my
Yeah.
preference.
I like
Yeah.
everything but that O'Reilly green tent behind it. And when you go black and white, that sort of goes away unless you took it
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
as noticeable to me. But
That's true. Very true.
And the
Yeah, the car looks better, but the background probably
Well,
looks
they
better.
could, yeah, they could crop some of that out by lowering the top.
Yeah, yeah. yeah.
Back to Larry.
it's
You see
amazing
that one?
to create that though.
Kevin. I think that's Sedona.
Mm.
Yeah, that's real pretty.
Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Mm,
Those red rocks are so pretty, especially in the sunlight.
yeah, he's
Mhm.
got the right time of day for this.
Right. That's real pretty. I love it. How'd you like to live in that tower?
Yeah, right.
It's like a
Yeah.
lighthouse right next to a rock.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it kind of keeps you awake at night.
Oh. South Laguna.
So, that hook was sticking out of a weathered rock and
Yeah.
Mm.
The anchor chain.
Wow.
Nice.
Paul Martini.
I haven't figured out what this is yet.
Amy.
that
Oh,
one
the
I
cloud.
really
I
like
like
that.
Nice, Amy.
Yeah. Has so many layers, kind of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
John.
That's about 10 years ago.
Oh,
Cruise ship.
Notice the kids are oblivious of the cold. The adults are kind of bundled up. They're wearing long sleeves and
Well, I'm sure the pool's probably heated too.
yeah.
And 10 to 1,
Yes.
it's a saltwater pool.
Dunmore Hank, the bottle brush.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
I just got a message from Amy. Her computer died.
That's what I thought.
That's just, I was gonna try to get a picture of the moon and the clouds came in and so I just shot a picture of that. I like the silhouette. That's
Yeah.
Unedited
Yeah.
completely.
Mhm.
We got an eclipse coming.
Yeah. That's Steve. Forbidden City.
That's nice.
Looks like a watercolor.
Painting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right out of the camera.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah.
your
You have your,
Unedited,
put your-
unedited out of the
Unedited.
camera.
Mm.
So I did a lot of work on that.
Yeah. I know. Did you put your wife in that one?
Sorry, what?
Can't see her if, if she did, if he did.
My
John
daughter,
Bolton.
my daughter-in-law's in it.
Yeah. This is downtown LA. I think it's 6th Street near the 110 freeway.
John Moore Hank, that's nice.
That was at the Blue Water Grill in Redondo Beach,
Mhm.
where we had our 40th anniversary for the BVA Chapter 53. Looking out over the parking lot and right under that, the marina. and that's our missing man table, POWMIA table, and then a silhouette of the battlefield cross that one of the gentlemen made for us.
Lawrence. Oh, that's like a penny.
It's the Penny Park, Lincoln Park.
Oh,
Oh.
in Long Beach?
Yeah,
Oh,
right on Ocean.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh,
And they had a Latino thing going on there.
Mm.
I met John there
oh,
and we
Really?
walked around.
okay.
And
This
that
is
was
our
taken a
challenge.
while back at one of the moon, I think it was a Harvest Moon a year ago. I'm not even sure. Anyway, it was, and I was experimenting with the focus, whether I wanted to focus on the front or the back. And this one is the palm leaves are in the front, and I focused on that, and the moon is in the rear.
Well, I would have think
Oh,
that would be the
great.
case where the moon was not up front.
But I meant by the moon being up front, being the focus rather than the leaves of the
Oh, okay.
palm tree.
Yeah, yeah.
And it didn't come out nearly as well as this one. So this is the one
Yeah.
I,
This is really nice.
Yeah,
thank you.
okay. I'll do a few more.
Mm.
Nice lines.
Yeah. That's cute. Where's that?
It's in, yeah, that, several of these are walking the dogs in Yorba Belinda and walking down streets I've never been down before.
Mm.
Oh,
On a chance you might meet.
Yep. That's always fun to find a street you never walked on, which I'm finding very difficult nowadays.
mhm.
It's the walking part I find difficult.
And Boland,
It's 6th Street again in Los Angeles.
yeah. Were those the same lights we saw in that, the other one where the couple with the girl in the back were walking?
No, those were white lights, and these are kind of golden.
Okay,
Yeah. It's just the opposite sides of the street.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, fantastic.
oh, that was mine,
You.
turtle through the shadows,
Mhm.
kind of, it's kind of monochromatic and it kind of appealed to me. That's John's.
It's an aphid on my tomato plant, and I was really trying to get rid of them. That one happened to be,
Yeah, good job getting rid of them, huh?
yeah, that one's after I actually sprayed, so he's actually dead, but I've got several of the live ones, but that one's actually dead.
He looks well fed.
Yeah,
Neem
Oh,
oil did it.
So that was the old Herald Examiner newspaper
mm.
building. Now I think it's ASU, Arizona State University has, they offer online courses all over the country, and this is one of their satellite offices now.
yeah, I read that a lot of the universities are taking over the old office buildings that aren't being used and so
Mm.
to hold classes rather
That's so
than
good.
building, rather than building new
That's
new
good.
facilities on campus.
It's a great use.
Okay, that's Paul. Martini. Okay, we'll do one more. It's John.
It's closed.
Entry.
That's a
Yeah.
place. It was
Mm.
Yeah.
real good place.
Where's this?
This is
Second.
ninth in Figueroa.
Figueroa, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
down Hollywood?
Yeah.
No, down in LA.
LA.
110.
Yeah,
LA.
that's a place that served a colossal breakfast.
Wow.
It was owned by the mayor.
Yeah, Mayor, Richard
Yeah.
Reagan, yeah.
Who, what was
Great
his
food
name?
there, great food.
Yeah,
Okay, Amy's computer died, so she had to go off early, but she said she really enjoyed Lawrence's and Larry's photos today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so we will hopefully see everybody on Friday. Bring your computers and be ready to work on organization. And we hope
Yeah,
that Steve will
great.
feel better and be able to join us.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you guys
Thank
hear me?
you.
I have,
yeah.
it's getting better
Right.
because, can you guys hear me?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm a
I
little
hope you
better
enjoyed my
because
presentation.
I have chronic, very random asthma.
Oh,
I can
oh,
go weeks and not have one, and then all of a sudden, bam, something will happen.
I think the weather, it's getting very dry and
mhm,
I think
Yeah.
it's gonna make people sick.
Um,
uh-huh.
so hopefully, there's my thing.
Your inhaler, oh, yeah.
Hopefully I'll be fine tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, see you next time.
Right, thank you.
Great job, Lawrence. Great presentation. Thank you for
Yeah.
Very
sharing.
nice,
you.
Lauren.
Yeah, Lawrence,
Oh, stop the recording, Steve.
I did.